All right, the next graph we're going to talk about, or we're going to at least mention, is the pie graph. This is a circle graph that is divided into sections or wedges according to the percentage of frequency in each category of the distribution. And I'm sure that you've seen these. So, oops, let's try that again. Oh, it's not working. There we go. So we have a circle, and what we do is we break it up into wedges or sections that represent some percentage of the information. So this would be like 50%, and maybe that's whatever category we're looking at. 50% of the data lies over there. This looks like maybe a quarter of the data lies here. 30% of the data lies here, and that would leave too much data taken care of, so let's take that out. So let's see. Let's say 20% of the data is here, 25% of the data is here, and 5% of the data is here. And so those would be different categories. The whole total percent of the data would add up to 100. We don't do pie graphs in this class because computers typically create pie graphs for people to make them more accurate. So we're not going to talk about pie graphs that much. The next thing we're going to talk about, though, that was it. That's all we're talking about pie graphs. The next thing we're going to talk about are dot plots. Now, dot plots are statistical graphs in which each data value is plotted as a point or a dot above a horizontal axis. It's plotted as a point or a dot above a horizontal axis. Okay, so to show this example, we're going to do the following problem. So let me grab this problem, bring it up here so we can see it. This is problem number 14 in your book. It's on page 91. All right, so it says teacher strikes. In Pennsylvania, the number of teacher strikes for the last 14 years are shown. Construct a dot plot for the data. Comment on the graph. So here we go, teacher strikes. So if we look at teacher strikes, the smallest number that we have is 7, and the biggest number we have is 18. So we need a horizontal line that has the values between 7 and 18 on it. So here we go, here's a horizontal line, and what we want to do is not forget any numbers in between. So we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, all evenly spaced, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, now for each data point, we put a dot above that number. So for the first number is 9, I put a dot at 9, and then I go 10, and then 13, and 14, and 15, and 18, and then 7, and another dot above 7, and another dot above that 7, and then 8, and then 14, and then 8 again. So I think that's all our dots. Is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're missing 2 values. Oh, I missed 2. 14, 8. We're missing another column. It's 9 and 3. So 9 and 3. We got to go way down here. 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, that's all our data. That's all 14 points there. All right, so this is our dot plot. And so you can look at this and you can talk about the distribution of the data here. And if I were going to say, it seems like it's clumped between 7 to 10 strikes per year. And that's probably all I would say about it. So you can see that there are this clump around 7 to 10. There's another clump around 13 to 15, and then 3 and 18 are kind of sitting outside of those clumps. So, but I think the biggest clump is between 7 to 10. You can say what you want, it just has to be accurate with what's happening on the graph. All right, so that was a pie graph and a dot graph, or dot plots. The last thing that we want to cover is stem and leaf.